Hey, hello and welcome to a new video on living life from love. And today I'm talking about how you can prevent an argument with your loved one, with a close friend, someone who's in your close social circle. And really the question is, what happens in you? Are you able to hold your tongue when someone says something to you that triggers you emotionally, and what you really want to do is lash out and be angry or show your annoyance, make them wrong, put them down, tell them off, all those things, or do you choose to actually master this situation and hold your reins, hold your tongue, and stop for a moment before you actually are reacting? If this is you, please stay tuned. I would really like to highlight this very, very important scene that we have so often in our life and show you how you can deal with it differently. I am Carolina Adriana Ma, and I want to show you how to live life from love, how to make your life easier, more loving and more harmonious. So let's just see a little scenario. You've been doing something around the house. Maybe you're doing your cooking, or you're doing some washing up or tidying up, and your loved one comes in and just says something quite innocently to you, but it does trigger your buttons. And you want to snap, or maybe you do. Let's say the first scenario, you do snap at her or him. You actually express your anger and your annoyance, and you tell them off, and talk in maybe a shouty voice or aggressive voice or something like that. And then an argument starts. Either you both carry on arguing and you're batting your heads against each other, or the other person might just really go away and go inside. That's what I would do, you see, go away, retreat in myself and not talk to that person. I would love to sort it out there and then, but they often are not ready. And that's maybe what you do. You're not ready to look at it in a different way there and then. So now, again, two scenarios. You could then just have this thick air in your house and you don't talk about it, and you avoid each other, you don't talk to each other, maybe until it's bedtime, and then hopefully, I'm hoping, what I really want to highlight is so important is that whoever reacted needs to say sorry, needs to apologize for the behavior. Because if you don't do that, your ego wins. And I want to ask you, do you want to live your life from ego or from soul? And if you want to live your life from your soul and from your love and your heart, then that behavior, it's understandable, it's okay, it happened, we have all got unresolved emotions, but they do need to be made better, they need to be adjusted, they need to be made, they need to be acknowledged that this was not the right behavior that I actually would like to choose if I had the choice in that moment. So if you haven't practiced this, if you haven't practiced to hold your tongue, hold your reins, to become aware of, hey, where am I coming from here? What am I doing? Am I really wanting to pay forward my anger? Because it's my emotion. It's not the other person that's made me feel this. And you probably know that, but you might forget. This is the first stage of the healing journey, when we're learning that. And I want to invite you to become more aware of it, that next time when somebody's saying something to you that usually triggers you and you usually react, stop, hold your reins, don't say anything. It's your emotion that's happening inside of you that's making you react and go, it's churning around, and it could create a big drama or a big argument. And the other person is just triggered it for you, so you can see what's going on within you. You can see what is still unresolved in you. And so therefore it's actually a gift, that reaction that you had is a gift, because you need to look at it. And the other person came along to activate it for you, so you can look at it. And that's what needs to happen. But, you know, very, very, very importantly, please humble yourself when you have gone that far and you have reacted and maybe blamed the other person. Because it's not the other person, it's your unresolved emotions. And we have them, I have them, everyone has one, and I've dealt with my own for decades, and it's actually not happening anymore really that I am reacting now. So it does pay off. I want to show you that. I want to tell you that if you can master that, if you can master the emotion, if you can master the reaction that you want to just throw out there, hold on. Wait a minute, wait a second, bite your tongue. And then just feel whatever is going on within you without saying anything. You can, of course, you can share it later on, but don't ever say, you make me feel like this, you shouldn't do this, don't say this to me. Instead, when you said that the other, you know, a few minutes ago, whenever, I felt like this and that. I find it hard when you say this to me, when you just barge in when I'm cooking and tell me something about it. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like whatever it is for you. That is empowering. That means you're owning your emotion, and that way the emotions will not be able to run you anymore. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes that you take back the reins, that you take back your power, that you become the master over your emotions, and that you no longer will then identify with them. And you won't identify with the belief that's underneath the whole story, you know, because that's very important. Because if you keep identifying with the beliefs, the poor me, the I'm not good enough stories, then you create that as a persona almost, that's who I am. Yes, I always do that. No, that's not who you are at all. It even could lead down the, you know, if you don't tackle it, you can go down the depression route or the anxiety route. And you're none of that. You're not your emotions. You need to be able to master them. Become aware of what is there, what's underneath it, and then learn to dissolve it. Learn to dissolve the belief that's actually saying, maybe I'm not good enough. That's really what needs to happen. That's the actual deeper work. And if you want to, you know, really end all this triggering, if you want to not react anymore, and if you want to become more emotionally resilient and more empowered with it, I invite you to reach out to maybe write a comment here or check out my website, and where I explain how I work with you. I offer you now it's a 10-week, I'm cutting it shorter, it's 10 weeks now, but you still get the 2 extra weeks of a bonus in case you need it, because time is accelerating and the healing is happening faster. And this journey is for those, you know, who are already in the medium range of working on yourself. You have already done, you know, self-development. You have already maybe worked with a healer or coach. You can do emotional, you can do energetic healing. You can tune in with your emotions. You are able to be response-able and own your emotions. And, you know, and you just want help to delete them and dissolve them. And you want a bit of guidance to know when I'm coming from my ego, when I'm coming from, you know, a trigger. And, you know, so you're basically becoming more empowered and emotionally more resilient. And you can heal your childhood wounds. And so all of your relationships as a result will be more harmonious. You won't be triggered so much. You will love yourself as you are, and you can stand strong on your own feet. Okay, if it helped you, give me a like. Please subscribe if you want to hear more about how to live from love instead of from your ego. And please leave me a message if you've got any questions, or if you want to know more about how to work with me. I love to talk with you, and I look forward to next time. Bye for now.